Good morning, all of you. I'm Professor Vidyadhar Sagar. Uh, this is lecture number 9, Engineering Metallurgy, semester 3rd of Mechanical Engineering. Right? So let's start the today's lecture. This is unit number 3, heat treatment processes. This is new unit we are going to be start today. So we all know about the heat treatment processes, I think. So I just going to be introduce about what is the heat treatment process. So after the casting process or after the manufacturing of the steel, that steel having some defects, impurities or cracks or cavities inside their body structure. So removing these stresses, we need to be carried out some heat treatment processes, or to modify their physical or mechanical properties we require the heat treatment processes. That process we call as the post processes after the manufacturing of the steel. So let's start this unit. So the heat treatment process is basically depends upon the triple T diagram. That diagram is called as a time temperature transformation diagram. As previously we have seen that in iron carbon diagram, that there are some disadvantages of iron carbon diagram. That iron carbon diagram consists of some limitations. That limitations is the carbon sedimentation has not been explained in form of graphite. Then the most disadvantageous part is the time is not been mentioned over there. Time constraint is not mentioned. Transformation phase is not get explained properly over there. And the solidification of metal is not being complete at the conclusion part of the iron carbon diagram. So that all three limitations of iron carbon diagram is overcome by the triple T diagram. So that triple T diagram is also called as a time temperature transformation diagram, which consists of the time constants. And here we are explaining, we are going to be understand how that transformation getting takes place. So when we see these triple T diagram, that triple T diagram is usually used to study the steel transformations, right? So that particular triple T diagram is basically focused on the eutectoid system, where the transformation of gamma austenite into a pearlite, right? So here we can see that there is a triple T diagram where the eutectoid temperature is given over there, and that eutectoid gamma austenite get transformed into a new type of phases like pearlite plus bainite, right? Bainite, then martensite like phases, right? So let's see how this transformation is going to be takes place. That x-axis indicates the time, and both of the y-axis indicates the temperature. One is degree centigrade and the other degree Kelvin, right? So here the gamma austenite is there. When we see a brown line, which is the fourth system, where the gamma austenite get transformed into a pearlite. Getting me or not? When the gamma austenite or that gamma austenitic phase is allowed to be cooled down and then kept it for a longer period of time in isothermal condition, then we will get a pearlite type of the soft crystals, right? But in another case, another sample of gamma austenite get allowed to be cooled down fastly up to some extent of temperature, that is a 300 degrees centigrade temperature, and then allowed to be kept in a isothermal condition, and then we will get a bainite phase, right? In another case of gamma austenite sample, then we allow to cool down this gamma austenite sample below 300 degrees centigrade temperature, means 250 degrees centigrade temperature, and when we kept it in isothermal condition, we will get the martensite, right? And at the another case of gamma austenite sample, we will allow to cool down below 200 degrees centigrade temperature, then finally we will get martensite from austenite. Getting me or not? Right? So here the different types of heat treatment processes can be achieved with the help of triple T diagram. So what are the different type of heat treatment processes or heat treatment cycles achieved with the help of heat treatment triple T diagram? Is that Martempering heat treatment cycle. that Martin-Tempering heat treatment cycle, in which the first cycle in which the gamma austenite is allowed to be cooled down fastly without any isothermal condition, then we will get a Martensite. That's why that heat treatment cycle is a Martin-Tempering heat treatment cycle. Martensite is the very hardest metal. Getting or not, right? So after Martin-Tempering heat treatment cycle, there is a Austen-Tempering heat treatment cycle. So it is another case for the Austen-Tempering heat treatment austenite, gamma austenite sample, where gamma austenite sample is allowed to be cooled down fastly, but after the above 200 degrees centigrade temperature, that gamma austenite sample is allowed to be cooled down in isothermal conditions for 1 to 2 hours. Then we will get a bainite type of crystal, which is lesser, harder than martensite, right? Then in patenting heat treatment cycle, where the sample of gamma austenite get allowed to cool down at above 300 degrees centigrade temperature, at a nose temperature we can say it is, and allowed to cool down in isothermal conditions for 2 to 3 hours, then we'll get the pearlite plus bainite phase, right? So this is the phase transformation. Now the finally is isothermal heat treatment cycle, where we'll finally get the pearlite. So here the gamma austenite sample is allowed to cool down at 600 degrees centigrade temperature and kept in isothermal conditions for longer period of time, about 3 to 4 hours, right? And due to which the sample get, that gamma austenite get converted into the softer crystals of the fine pearlite. So here the different 4 type of heat treatment cycles, like Martin-Tempering, Austen-Tempering, patenting and isothermal annealing, right? Now what is the heat treatment cycle and what are its significance? Let's see. The heat treatment is a combination of heating and cooling operation or any sequence of 2 or more such operation applied to any material in order to modify its internal structure or to alter its physical, mechanical or chemical properties. Getting me or not? Right? Now, what are the different significance of heat treatment? All basic heat treatments involve transformation or decomposition of austenite. Product obtained from the heat treatment decides physical and mechanical properties of given steel. Material to be heated above critical temperature. A rate of heating is not so important. For thinner section, heating should be slow. A rate of cooling decides the final products. Right? So this is the significance. Now what is the objectives of it? Now the objective to increase the hardness, wear and abrasion resistance and cutting ability, to re-soften the steel after the cold working, to adjust other mechanical, physical, chemical properties such as tensile strength, microstructure, etc., to reduce or eliminate internal residual stresses, to decrease or increase the grain size. That's it. Now the another heat treatment cycle, basically which is heat treatment cycles which is occurred in eutectoid system, like annealing, hardening, normalizing, spheroidizing, stress relieving, we will see in next lecture. Thank you very much for today's lecture. We will see you next.